We linked up, like within 2 days he recorded the How My Name Is freestyle. It went super viral. And the caption that I wrote was like, Cordae had maybe like 8,000 followers or something. And I had said like, if you get him to like 50,000 followers, we'll drop the video. He had like 50,000 followers within like 6 hours. And everybody with blue checks was commenting underneath that. And so I changed the caption and put it to 100,000. Cordae came out within 24 hours. We shot the video. We got it up, uploaded to World Star. It did 1 million views within 24 hours. And everybody started calling at that point. I look crazy right now.
You look real, man.
On the crutches. What a grand entrance. I guarantee I'm the only one who came in here with crutches. My name is Ace, and this is how I became an artist manager, A&R, music industry executive, servant of the music industry in all forms of entertainment. In college, I studied biology, actually, as my major. I even did an internship in Florida, in Boca Raton, with a sports doctor. That was originally what I wanted to do. I played basketball on scholarship in college, so I found myself getting spread too thin. So I changed my major to communications because it's just the easiest major that most athletes take who aren't really sure what they want to do after college. I ended up having way more free time once I did it. While I was in college, I met a good friend of mine named Suzette James, and she was great friends with Wyclef Jean. She invited me one time to Wyclef's show. He was performing in Miami, introduced us. We met. We just became really good friends really naturally by staying in touch. So I called up Clef, and I was like, yo, man, I'm graduating soon, and I think I want to be in the music industry. He said, call me when you graduate. That was kind of how I got in the music industry, was when I graduated the first week. I drove out to New Jersey to go link up with him at his place. He rented out a super poppin' studio that everybody in the Tri-State will remember. It was called Daddy's House. It was originally Puff's studio. And every day it was like stars that I grew up listening to were coming in there, like T.I., French Montana, and Stevie Wonder, and Puff. And the list just kept going on and on. At this time, Clef was running for president in Haiti. So he was out of his deal with Sony, but disconnected from the music space because his mind was all the way in politics. So he was kind of leaning on me as his source of information and almost as a source of tastemaking to put him on to the trends and fads and different artists who were coming up at that time, so he still had his eyes and ears in tune with the state of current music. So I moved to LA 7 years ago, 2 years after graduating college. I came in as pretty much doing it alone. Once Clef decided that he was gonna go to Europe to work on a project with Avicii at the time, he called me and he said, look, I love you, whatever you need, I got you, but you gotta figure it out because I'm about to leave and go do my own thing now. And at that point was where I kind of started working independently around several different artists who were already successful, but it was right at like this kind of beginning point of their career where everybody knew who they were, but they weren't really known as superstars yet. So some of the people that I worked with very early, who I was fortunate enough to work with very early and gave me a platform around them, was Machine Gun Kelly, still one of my very, very close friends. Chief Keef, his manager Peter, is still an incredible friend of mine. Musa, who manages Currency, was probably the first person to believe in me. So I kind of built this network of successful artists at that time. And from doing so many things with them, when I finally stumbled upon the YBN situation, I had already been in a position where I was able to make those phone calls now and utilize them on behalf of myself in something that I was building, and something that I had to offer in the form of Namir, who was smoking hot at the time. I met Cordae while I was managing Almighty J and Namir. Cordae had already had a pre-existing relationship with Namir, they were talking online. Cordae was always somebody who made music. I just didn't know that. And now I'm going through Cordae's stuff because I didn't even follow him on Instagram at the time. And I look at his Instagram, which then brings me to a SoundCloud link in his bio, and I'm listening to it and I'm like, holy shit, this kid is really, really, really good. And I used to tell Jay and Namir all the time, 2 is a pair, but 3 is something. Because between Namir and Almighty J, they were so different. Jay was like the new age ODB. He can rap, but you never know what to expect. He's wild. Amir was in the space at this SoundCloud time where everybody all the young niggas wanted to hear about guns and violence and shit. It was cool, and he could really rap. He had a cool, dope image, he always has. And then Cordae comes with this conceptuality and this higher thinking, and he can sing too. So I DM him, and I'm like, yo, do you have a visual I can see? Within like a minute, he DM'd me a non-released video. And to me, two things happened, right, in that moment. One, I realized this kid is like the real deal. Because even on camera, the image and his camera charisma, it matched the lyrics and the subject matter. But then two, he's really, really thoughtful and prepared. Because most kids, when they have a video that's done, they just put that shit out. So I hit him. His name was Entendre at the time. Entendre was Cordae's original rap name. You know, his real ones know that, his real fans. His name was Entendre, and I was like, yo, I would love to work with you, dude. Like, I would be honored, and I know what to do with this. And I know how valuable you'll be into the world. Like, there's nothing happening like this right now. Everyone's making the same type of music. And I'm like, would you be down to change your name? He was like, nah, I'm with it, bro. I'm down to fuck with you. I would prefer to just keep it Cordae. And I was like, the YBN brand is bubbling right now. If we put YBN in front of that, you're gone, you're out of here, because you're a part of something. He's like, whatever, I'm with it, I'm ball game, let's go. We linked up, like within 2 days he recorded the Hi My Name Is freestyle. It went super viral. And the caption that I wrote was like, Cordae had maybe like 8,000 followers or something. And I said, like, if you get him to like 50,000 followers, we'll drop the video. He had like 50,000 followers within like 6 hours. And everybody with blue checks was commenting underneath that. And so I changed the caption and put it to 100,000. Cordae came out within 24 hours. We shot the video. We got it up, uploaded to World Star. It did 1 million views within 24 hours. And everybody started calling at that point. What I'm most proud about is the scholarship foundation that Cordae and I created that's never been done before. It's an annual scholarship fund that we partnered with Disney on. We took 14 black high school graduates that are attending HBCUs. We gave them all scholarships that annually renew so long as they keep a 2.7 GPA. Every single one of those students maintained a 2.7 or higher. I'm most proud of that because, again, I believe in humanity and I have a legacy that I'm creating much like all of us are. And the legacy is not measured by the things, tangible things that you have. Your legacy is measured by the things people say about you, how you made them feel, things you've done for people. Those are the things that people most remember. And I know that this is something that when I'm gone, my son is gonna look back on and be most proud of for me. The greatest singular piece of advice that I would leave with somebody who wants to break into this industry and do what I do is to practice now seeing yourself as a servant. In order for you to be a leader, you have to serve and provide a product or a service that they can't just get anywhere else. And so in order for you to be a leader that somebody follows and deems valuable, you have to first be willing to serve and add value. You can't have value until you add value first. Because the more you do that, the more people think about you at the top of their head whenever they need something.